Welcome back, everybody, to 7 Days, and I'm an old guy gaming, and this is another episode of the Casual Construction Series. I'm doing a bunch of Casual Construction Series episodes back to back in order to get the Horde base done for Horde 56. We have 3 more days left, so we will, we'll continue, of course, the Let's Play episodes too, but I just want to get this thing done. So, in this episode, we're going to hopefully get pretty much all of it done, with probably the exception of some more steel upgrading. And so, I still have, like, dogs wandering around, and I just killed a wandering horde right before I started the recording. So we need to keep our eyes open for the dogs. But what I need to do now, what I want to work on next is I want to work on my access tunnel to the base here. So, let's see. Our doorway is... or the part that I want to start marking from, I should say, is at 1487 east and 2348 north. So that's going to be somewhere right around in here-ish. So we are currently at 1486 east. So we need to be 47 east. I'm sorry, 1487 east. Oh, no, we need to go this way. Yeah, 1487 east. And then we need to be 2348 north, which we're damn near already there. So if we just back up... No, we've got to go this way. 23... Okay, good. So, let's put a block right here. 1487, yeah, 2349. No, so we need to go here. 2347, 1487... 23. Okay, so those coordinates probably are a half a block each, so that's fine. Let's just start the mark from here. All right, now we are at down below where the tunnel starts is at 10 meters, and we are currently at 54 meters. So we basically have 44 meters of height. So what that means is we need to go 44 blocks this way, at least, before we start digging up, because I want this entrance to be a long ways away from here, so the AI doesn't see it as a potential path to get down to us. And then I'm going to utilize another little trick on top of being far away to further make sure that doesn't happen. All right, so let's see. I said 44 blocks, and that's just minimum. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just start counting out these blocks. Okay, so that's 44 blocks this way. So from this point to that point will be the length of the incline that we'll do. But here again, I want this to be further away than that. So probably what we'll end up doing then, that being the case, is we'll probably go maybe even all the way to just the other side of the road there. So yeah, I'm going to keep laying these blocks out. I'm not worried about really counting them now. I just want to make sure I'm on the right line here. Okay, so we could probably make our entrance tunnel. Our house is just right up there, too. Right about at this spot here, I'm thinking. So, now what I'm going to do is... Let's put... Oh, we got a stone down there. Let's make just a little tower thingamadoodle here for the moment. Just so we know where that mark is. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dig... I'm actually going to probably go... Well, trying to think about how I want to do this. I could dig straight down from here, but I might be off by 1 block. And if I am, then we don't have a nice straight tunnel. Not that that's the frickin' end of the world by any stretch of imagination, but, I'd kind of like it to be straight. So I think what I might do instead is we'll dig down below until we get to 44 blocks back that way from here. And then that should then have the entrance come out right at about this spot. Okay, so that being the case, I'm going to count 44 blocks back and then mark that location. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not, but it makes sense in my head, and that's all that matters. Okay, so this would be 2,
3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, maybe 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44.
That might not have been an absolute accurate account, but it's close enough, I think. Maybe we'll go a couple more blocks this way too, just to give us a little extra something here. Okay, so this position, if I get right in the center of this block, this position is 1487 east, which we already know. And it's 2263 north. So it's 2263 north that we're going to dig down below. That we're going to dig a straight line to. And or a level pathway, I should say, at 10 meters. And then once we hit the spot, then we'll start angling up to hopefully come out more or less at that point over there. All right, so let's get all these picked up, and then we're going to head on down. I've got several things that I want to do. We're going to do down below too, of course. So we'll get all that stuff done. And at some point, I do need to go do some more iron mining in particular, because we're just burning through the iron like crazy with all the steel production and everything that we have. Okay, so let's head on down. Okay, so here's where we're going to start digging, and I'm just going to keep it a 2-block high tunnel. The reason I'm going to do that is because if zombos do happen, to get in here, the tighter it is, the harder it's going to be for them to move around. Plus, I'm probably going to put some hatches down in this early part here too, so that way if I need to escape, I can turn around, flip up the hatches really quick, and that's going to buy me some time so I can get away from them. That's the general idea anyways. That being said, though, I mean, it would be pretty difficult for them to actually get up here, or maybe the better way of saying that is if they do get up there, we have, it's already... we're already in big trouble. But anyway, we'll do that, buy ourselves every opportunity to get the hell out of here if it comes down to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start digging here. Oh my God, that's loud. I'm going to turn that down a little bit over here. And until I get to 2263 north, and then we'll start angling up from there. So I'm probably just going to cut the camera here, and I'll bring you guys back once we get up to the surface. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys, we have finished the tunnel, and I popped out very close, excuse me, to where I had marked, which is good. So now the way we're going to handle this entrance here is we're going to, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put, let's actually kind of flatten it out a little bit first.
Then I'm going to put just a little short pillar here permanently to mark the location, just so it's easy for us to know where it's at. So let's do that first, and then I'm going to show you the next part of our little endeavor here. Maybe let's come out. That's all going to go down, that's fine. We'll bring this out 2 more blocks, and then, let's see, so we're 2 blocks that way, 2 blocks this way. Okay, good. Let's dig up this little section here. So that way everything's nice and level. Maybe let's shave off 1 more this way too. Okay, and then I'm going to also flatten this part out. Get rid of that, and then we'll shave this off and this off. Okay, that should be good. Let's pick these all up. Okay, I'm going to put, like I said, put a little tower here. I don't want that. Just to mark the place. We don't have something to make a torch, do we? Okay. Try to do that later, I guess.
All right, now, by the way, I hit like 3 different There's either 2 or 3 different pockets of ore on the way up here. So we got some iron, we got some lead, a little bit of clay, a little bit of nitrate, and so forth. So that's cool. I might even actually turn some of those all the way down at the bottom into actual mines that we might use at some point. But anyway, let's go down to here. Probably right to about here, and we're going to dig out just a small little cavity. Okay, and then we're going to make ourselves a chest. That's fine, we can put that down. And then inside this chest, we're going to put some dirt blocks. And so what we'll do when we're coming down in here and we're ready to get started with the Horde Night, we're just simply going to seal this up with dirt blocks, and that pretty much makes sure that the AI doesn't see this as any kind of potential pathway down to us. Now, we are so far away from the base anyways that I think even if we didn't do that would be okay, but let's not take any chances, right? So, you know, the distance in addition to sealing this up should keep us safe from the AI coming down this way to try and get to us. At least it worked that way on Alpha 18. I'm assuming it will be the same on 19. One other thing we do want to make sure that we do, though, is that we leave a shovel in here just in case I happen to be, you know, come up this way and I don't have a shovel with me. So I'll go grab, at some point I'll grab a better shovel. Oh, shit. You know, than just a stone shovel for this purpose. But for now, let's just make a stone shovel so we have something that we can use to get out of here. If, like I said, we're coming through here at some point and we don't actually have a shovel on us. Like, for example, I might have not thought about it and left my shovel in the 4x4 before we went down, that sort of thing. Okay, so we need a little bit of grass. And let's just craft a stone shovel for it in there for now until I can replace it with, you know, something better. We always come across iron shovels and steel shovels nowadays, you know, with our level and whatnot. So it shouldn't be hard to do that. Okay. I'm going to actually put a little bit of extra grass here and a little bit of wood, so if we had to, we could even make another one. I'm doing that because, you know, knowing me, I might pull this shovel up, dig the dirt, and then take off with it and forget to put it back here. So I'm just, you know, trying to ensure that it's not going to be a problem. All right, now let's go back this direction. And the other nice thing about this location, too, is we're really actually very close to the house. I mean, the house is just right up there, right? So we don't even necessarily need to take the 4x4, you know, down here. Well, we probably will anyways for the storage space if nothing else. But, I mean, you know, we could just simply walk down here if we wanted to. And if I really wanted to get fancy, I could even dig a tunnel from the base here. I'm not going to do that right now. That would not be necessary, but, you know, something we might do at some point. Just for funsies, right? Okay, let's go back this way and pick up these frames. And then we'll head back into the base via our new tunnel that we created. I'm not going to seal it up for now, of course, because we don't have a horde at this point, but yeah, we got pockets of ore. There's a whole bunch of nitrate through here and some coal. And then when we get all the way to the bottom, there was at least 2 spots. Yeah, we got this spot here. There's a bunch of iron. Look at all the iron here. So we could actually expand this out if we wanted to and turn it into a big iron mine. I probably will actually, in fact, do that. And then there's another pocket of iron right here, too. So, yeah, lots of resources. Very cool. All right, now, let's see here. I'm going to put a couple of things back in here for now that we don't need to be carrying around with us. And then we're going to grab a few things that we do need. So we need the iron door. Can I make some more of those? those iron doors. We need forged iron. So I have forged iron here. Let's grab all the steel too. So we've got a total of 1,358 steel, which basically means we can do 135 upgrades now. Let's grab all of this stuff. I made all that stuff at the base. I don't think we need our wiring tool for anything that I can think of at the moment. So, all right. So I want to make 2 more of these. No, 1, 2, 3. I want to make 3 more of these. Okay, because we're going to need them to upgrade this door. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on getting our cage and the rest of our quarter blocks set up, and then we're going to also upgrade these doors and this hatch and our vault door down below. All right, so let's do the quarter blocks first. So we need to get these guys out, and let's turn them into quarter blocks. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put quarter blocks in these little gaps here, because that will allow us to look down in there and shoot zombos, you know, that happen to get too close to the edge. And we could even reach the, well, we might be able to reach the thingamadoodles from there. I'm not sure. So let's do an on face, and we're going to put that there. Let me think about this for a second. We could even potentially pull these blocks back up and do this all the way around. I might actually do that, but let's get these in place first. Okay, so we'll get that there. That one can go there. Now let's do this side. And this side. And this side. Okay, so here again, we can walk over here, we can see down in there, we can throw grenades down there, we can shoot down there as needed without falling in ourselves. And again, I might actually remove these blocks and make those quarters too, because there's not really any reason not to do that. They're just obstructing our view a little bit more. Okay, now let's do something else too, just more for aesthetic reasons. Let's pull that one back up and turn it that way, just so this whole row is going the same way. And yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, now what we can do is we can get these upgraded, so let's do that next. Get Mr. Nail Gun here. So that's set the way I want it, right? I believe so. Okay. Now we're committed. Well, we could still break them if we had to, but we don't want to. Not once they're upgraded. Excellent. Okay. Now let's remove these blocks, and we want to put whole blocks in these sections here, because that's part of the design. So let's do that next. Okay, good. Good deal. Now let's go ahead and remove these blocks here and replace them with quarters. Okay, that's done. Looking good. It's coming along, guys. It's coming along. All right, now for the chute here, what we're gonna do? Let's pull these up. We of course want to make sure that 2 things are set up properly here. We don't want to fall down into there ourselves, and if I need to explain the reason why that is, yeah, we don't want to fall down in there ourselves. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. But we also need to be able to throw grenades down in here primarily throw grenades. I mean, we can shoot down in there too, but these little gaps are more for shooting than this is. This is more for throwing explosives. So, and by the same token, it is theoretically possible that if a Zombo was falling down the chute at an angle, they could just barely catch the ledge of this and then alight there, not fall in the hole. And then, of course, we're in trouble. It's going to be more likely for something like that to happen with a crawler, a spider, or a dog, because they're lower Zombos. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to use quarter blocks, but we're going to put ourselves a little bit of a barrier here that's going to help. It's going to prevent a too high zombie from being able to land on here at all. It won't happen. Still could possibly happen with spiders or dogs, but it's going to be less likely to happen because we're further, directing them down through the hole, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's turn, let's see, we'll go this way. But this is going to have another beneficial effect too that I'll demonstrate to you here in a moment after we get these in place. Okay, so with these quarter blocks here, let's go ahead and get them upgraded. What these are going to do is, as long as I'm standing up and not crouching, I can't go any further than this, right? So I can't accidentally fall down inside of there. But I still have plenty of room to chuck nades down in there. Okay, so what's going to happen is the Zeeks will start falling down into the hole. We're going to be up here, and we're just going to be chucking grenade after grenade after grenade after grenade in there, and just watch our XP climb like crazy, assuming it's going to work like it did in Alpha 18. And if we wanted to do one more thing, we could actually turn this into a hanging base. If we put poles here. The one thing though that we can't really do is we can't really see down in the actual center, but we don't necessarily need to either. I mean, we can see down through here easily. If we have a cop that's spitting too, all we have to do is just kind of run back here and, get out of the way of the spit. So I think we should be good there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these poles in here too, because then that will effectively make this a hanging base. Which means that in absolute worst case scenario, the Zombos have completely destroyed everything that holds this up, which would be a lot. I mean, they would have to, they'd have to completely destroy the center funnel first. And then they would have to dig far enough underneath the stone all the way around the perimeter of this place to actually collapse this structure. Remember, they can't dig down any further because that's bedrock. That's why we're down here, so the floor is indestructible. Theoretically possible, likely, not very likely. Unless I just stood here and did absolutely nothing for the entire Horde Night, which of course, that's not the case. But that being said, we could give ourselves one little extra thing of security by adding pillars here, and so even if all the perimeter structure was destroyed, these poles will still hold this little platform up because it's a hanging base, right? So let's go ahead and do advanced rotation, and we just got to get these vertical. And that will go in this corner. Okay, and then let's rotate it here. That goes in that corner. That goes in that corner. And that goes in that corner. All right, there we go. So we have lots of room to throw nades down in there. We can throw nades and shoot down through here. We can duck back here if we need to dodge cop spit. And we don't have to worry about too high zombies alighting on the edge. I think it's going to be pretty damn unlikely that, the short guys would be able to do that too. But if they do, then we just use our shotgun on them. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. As long as the AI behaves like they did in Alpha 18, this is going to be one hell of a good base, you guys. But we won't know until the actual Horde Night starts. Like I've mentioned to you, I have not tested this in advance. you know, in a test world or creative mode. We're just going to run with it for reals and just see what happens, come what may, right? But I think it's going to work pretty good. Okay, that takes care of everything in terms of the structure, building structure itself. Now we have a lot of upgrading to do, you know, steel upgrading. That's got to get done too. We're going to focus first on, you know, the inner pit where the zombies are actually going to be, and on this platform here for cop spit and that sort of thing. But then eventually, I'll probably eventually upgrade the whole entire structure, ceiling, walls, and everything to steel, if for no other reason, because we get a lot of good XP by doing that, and it just makes the place that much stronger, because we are going to get occasional cop, you know, spit overflow hitting the walls, and it'll do some damage. It won't do major damage, but it'll do some damage, unless, you know, we don't keep on top of it, that is. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade our hatch now. So I've got, I should have all the materials in my inventory to fully upgrade it. So we've got a vault hatch there. We've got iron ingots to upgrade it to iron. And we have an iron hatch here. So let's go ahead and get this all the way upgraded to a vault hatch. There we go. All right. Now we'll go down here and let's do our vault door next. Here, we can do it from this side. Okay, fully upgraded vault door. Does this have the same hit points as the hatch? If it does, it'll be 21,000. Yes, it does, because that 7,000 that you see, that's just the first layer, and there's 3 layers on this guy. So yeah, this is the same as the hatches, 21,000 hit points. So it's gonna, I mean, if the zombies concentrate attack on that, and that's assuming the blades aren't working and the electric fences aren't working. It's still going to take them a very long time to bust through this, and you know, by that time we'll be long gone if we think there's going to actually be a breach. All right, so for these guys, I'm just going to upgrade these to normal iron doors for now, because here again, I mean, if the zombies get in here, we're already in big trouble anyway. But it could potentially, depending upon the situation, hold them in here long enough to where we could still possibly kill them without them getting over into where our electrical wire is and busting that all up. And you know, I might even upgrade those to vault doors at some point too, later, but that's a low priority right now. Okay, let's get this guy upgraded, at least to full iron. And I mean, is it possible that cop spit could ever hit that? If it's coming up from that corner at that angle, it's possible. And you know, even if it doesn't, it wouldn't be that hard to upgrade. So I think I'm going to leave this just ironed for now. And if we notice that this is taking a lot of damage, you know, as we start using the base, I can upgrade it later. But let's just keep it normal iron for now. Moving right along here. Oh, I've got a steel ladder that I made in the workbench, which we can use to upgrade this. There we go. Now we got a steel ladder there. Making this place tough, man. Toughen it up. Toughen it up. All right, guys. I think all that's left to do on the horde base is just getting it upgraded to steel. So I have in my inventory basically the ability to do 130 upgrades, steel upgrades. And so we're going to upgrade the platform above us and these interior walls first and just see, you know, how far that gets us. One thing I do need to make sure I remember to do is I need to remember to bring repairs equipment to repair these. So this requires like steel and mechanical parts and electrical or something like that. So we need to make sure we bring that too. After I'm looking at this, I'm kind of wondering if it would have been better for me to make this a cylinder, just because it would have obstructed a little bit less view. But I guess it doesn't matter, because it's not like we're going to be able to look down in here a whole lot anyway. Let me check something here. If I had to do it all over again, I would use cylinders, but yeah, see, it's not really going to affect, well, it could affect, we could see just a little bit better down in there if that was a cylinder, couldn't we? And it's not going to be that big of a deal to redo these. I would have to put a land claim block down here to pick them back up, though, I think. Let's look at that. Can I just pick these up? Nope, I can't. All right. Do I want to go to the trouble to do that? What's the size of the cylinders? Okay, so the rebar just gives us the 100 cylinder, which is this guy. But we could make the smaller cylinder out of whatchamacallit, flagstone, and then just upgrade it from there, and that would give us a better view. I'm thinking that's going to be worthwhile, you guys. I really am. I'm thinking that's going to be worthwhile. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's just make an LC block. Do I have stone on me? Yeah. I'm just going to have to... And, you know, in truth, I don't really need to replace the land claim block at our base unless I need to pick something up, which I might at some point. And if that's the case, then we just remake it at that point in time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the rotors up, change the blocks underneath them to skinny cylinders, and then replace all of that, and then start upgrading the base to steel until I run out of steel. And once that point happens, I'll bring you guys back with an update, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, I have done all the upgrading that I have steel to do. I kept 40 pieces in here in order to do the pillars, you know, once those are done. So it looks much better with those pillars because, you know, now we have a little bit more unobstructed view, particularly if we're looking down through there. And it's just a little more sleeker looking too. And I don't think, and not in this game, you know, the size of the blocks doesn't change the, you know, its durability or its strength like it does in Imperion and some other games. So yeah, that was a good move. All right. So everything inside the pit or the funnel is upgraded to steel, including, you know, this whole center section here, which is going to be the most susceptible to cop spit. That being said, though, you know, we're not done. I want to keep upgrading, so we got to keep cranking out the steel to eventually get pretty much everything in here upgraded to steel. So what I need to do now, I guess, is go do some more mining. I mean, we have a little bit of steel back at the base, but you know, we're running through it really quickly. The other thing too is, I believe the traders reset today, or maybe it was even on day 52. I can't remember. So it would probably behoove us to make another round of the traders to, you know, look for another crucible. So that's what's on the agenda. But I think what I'm going to do is probably cut the episode here. This is a little shorter than the average casual construction episode, but I'm just not, you know, I'm really kind of at a stopping point here because obviously I'm not going to, you know, film myself on camera mining a bunch of iron. So I'll probably do that off camera, and then we might be done with casual construction for the horde base, you know, because there's not really anything else to show you guys other than the fact that, you know, I got to upgrade it. So probably the next time you guys see this will be when we actually do it, when we actually do the first horde, which is in 3 days from now. So the next casual construction episode that we do will probably get focused back up on the house. We got to get the upper floor done. There's some things I want to do down below. We're probably going to go ahead and actually put in some drawbridges, stuff like that. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.